Hello there guys and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to be talking about the side events of the month of January, and we will have kind of a huge revelation, huge plot twist, something I don't think that most of people have noticed yet, and it actually makes this side event insanely more enjoyable and great and awesome, and I'm definitely much more happier with this side event than I thought it's going to be, even before I have had a chance to see this Squirrel Girls Cornucopia and how you earn the nuts there. But the base idea this month is all about collecting nuts. Then you're going to be able to use them in a Squirrel Girl store, and there is also like a side event, and we have objectives which we can complete, which also is going to give us more nuts. Then we're going to get nuts by completing uncollected masters, so on and so forth, and we can earn extra nuts in this thing that we don't have access to yet. But all of these nuts basically obviously have to be spent somewhere, or they have to account for something. So we do have Squirrel Girl store, which we're going to talk about in a bit, and we also have a solo event which is going to give us some relatively decent, definitely good rewards there, mainly tier 2 alpha, a slither of tier 5 basics, and also 5-star awakening gem, some 5-star shards, 5,000, that's not a small chunk, and some other stuff basically. So that's cool, right? So that's kind of like your side quest rewards, right? But obviously you earn points in this event by spending your nuts in the Squirrel Girl store. More you spend, more points you get here. If you are able to spend 1 million nuts, then you get the 5-star awakening gem, and that's it. You kind of have finished this month's side event. So that concept is quite interesting. I do like it, but the biggest, the baddest, the most kind of flips revelation that I had immediately was that these prices seemed a bit odd to me. And not only that, they also seemed relatively low compared to previous events where we had some sort of special currencies to spend, right? So with that information armed, I did decide to do some math. Not that I am too big on geeking out, but I did end up adding every single item times how many times you can buy it, and count it all together. The point being is, if you purchase every single item in this store, it all adds up to 1 million points. That means if you do take part in all of these side events, if you do everything that's asked of you, if you explore your uncollected masters, do the side events, complete the solo objectives, you will acquire 1 million nuts. And as an extension of that, you will acquire every single item in this store. So it's not like other months where we had to pick and choose what we want. This month we're getting everything, every single item in here. That means extra 4,500 tier 5B francs, extra tier 2 alpha, which nearly puts it up to almost 2, I believe. 10 more 5-star signature stones, more 1,000 6-star shards, 10,000 more 5-star shards, 4-star awakening gem, 4 tier 2 alphas, 3 tier 4 basics, 3 tier 4 class catalysts, 2 4-star crystals, all of these basic catalysts, and all of the smaller catalysts as well. In addition to the tier 2 alpha, 5-star awakening gem, to everything else you will earn from the solo objective. So I definitely do like that. I think it's quite a cool idea, and it's interesting concept, and I did like the fact that all of these items are added to a total of 1 million nuts, which is exactly what you need to acquire. And if you do everything perfectly, there's kind of like sold out store, nothing left over for you to buy, and you have to do everything. And that also makes this side event quite a bit better than many others we have seen in past, because previously, yeah, we were not able to purchase everything that we saw in these stores. Now, arguably there were some juicier items in the stores, but still, this leaves kind of like a lot bigger sense of satisfaction, and also you can see exactly what you're going to be getting, and the rewards basically for this month's side activities are extremely spread out, extremely diverse, and I definitely do enjoy that. I like the fact that it's not only stuck on an item or some shards or something. Basically here we get a bit of all of the catalysts, a bit of all of the shards and rarity champions, and that's why it will kind of please to pretty much everybody in game. So I think it's a quite a fresh, interesting change. It's not a completely new concept because we have had a lot of things extremely similar, but it definitely feels like an upgrade and an improved version of something that we have had in past, at least in my opinion. And I just wanted to, basically give kudos to Kabam, tell them that they did a good job, that I think it is interesting, and it's kind of like a welcome change, I suppose. Hopefully these side events that we have are going to be really fun as well. We haven't had a chance yet to play them, but I do sincerely hope that we can kind of like have a solo version of Dungeon where we can try and push forward as much as we can and maybe get that million relatively easily if we are playing well and we don't have to actually grind out all of the difficulties of monthly quests or something like that. But all in all, that a little kind of like header thing with the Squirrel store, the fact that it's exactly 1 million worth of items in there, and 1 million is exactly what you have to spend to get the 5-star awakening gem, and could likely be exactly what you have to earn, so or what you can earn kind of like from these all events. Now I do know that you get about 500 or 600,000 from doing the monthly events alone, and then we have these solo objectives which also will give you a fair bit there in between all of them, and then the rest of it basically has to be acquired in this side event in one way, shape or fashion. We do need to get these baskets, and as far as I understand, we will be able to obtain these baskets via some sort of special login calendar, which will also give some extra nuts. We're gonna have to wait and see how that one looks like in a bit, but all in all, not having actually played that side piece quest thing, just based on the rewards, the fact that there's 5-star awakening gem, nearly 2 tier 2 alphas, 9,000 tier 5b frags, I believe 15,000 5-star shards, 1,500 6-star shards, and all of the other items still checked in. I think it's a fairly good reward pool. It might not be like the outrageous amount of 5 stars or something like that, but all of these smaller items that might not be as in demand but still sprinkled in is something I definitely do like and enjoy, because I don't typically like to spend my time in a game grinding these lower catalysts, so on and so forth. So it's always nice to see them just kind of roll in one way, shape or form or fashion. And so that is that, and can't wait to get to the point where we can see that we don't have a single item left to buy in the store. Like, let's face it, as a kid, who didn't dream of being able to buy out the entire store? For many of us who cannot do that in real life, this might be the first chance to get a similar kind of feeling that you were able to purchase every single item that was available. So yeah, I think it's kind of like cool, feel-good moment, a positive idea, definitely a welcome change, and I hope this will also kind of dictate the trend for 2020, because let's face it, 2019 was a fairly rubbish year for all of these side events. There was a lot to be desired. All of them felt extremely kind of grindy and not too rewarding and annoying, and half of them you kind of gave up after a week or two because you had to do something daily, and this is moving away from that. This is not having to play it every 8 hours or playing it every day. Rewards seem to be kind of a bit better dispersed, bit more rewarding for all kind of like level and types of players, and the entire principle, kind of like the little hidden Easter egg, that it's all adding up to 1 million, and that is the acorn number, the nut number that you need to get to. That is fun. I like it. I definitely like. I wanted to give kudos to Kabam. I wanted to give kudos to whoever came up with this idea and kind of pieced it together, worked out these values, figured out how to make it happen. And in general, I always enjoy these events where you earn currency and spend it on whatever you want, much more over any events where there's like a lot of RNG involved or a lot of grinding, or it's kind of like set in stone items and they don't vary much throughout the months. So yeah, that will pretty much do for today. Let me know what do you guys think. Let me know if you did actually try and work out the math of the Squirrel Girl for yourselves. Did it match, or maybe I made a mistake? And yeah, that will pretty much do for today, I believe. I don't have too much to talk about. I need to get ready for a stream. So yeah, if you like the video, hit that like button, hit that sub button. Let me know what you think about this month's side event. Let me know what you think about that Squirrel Girl store, and I will catch you guys soon, and see ya.